Alright, this is John Colo with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and in this episode I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys my opinions on which of the Tribest juicers is the best juicer for you. And I mean, there's many different juicers on the market, and today I'm featuring the Tribest products because Tribest products, all these juicers that you're seeing here, plus the Sedona Express dehydrator, are on Black Friday sale right now until December 2nd. Lowest prices ever on these guys. So if you guys have been waiting to buy a juicer or waiting to buy a juicer as a gift to somebody because juicing has changed your life and you want to help others too, now's the time to buy. It does not get any lower than this, right? Black Friday prices in effect now through midnight, December 2nd. So don't delay. Order today before we run out of stock, all right? So links down below to the specials page on our website, all right? So anyways, on with this video. The whole question is, John, what juicer do I buy? Tribest makes so many different products, and these are all the high-end Tribest products. And I really love Tribest because they make healthy living easy for you guys. And you know, for me, what is healthy living? Healthy living is putting good foods in our body as a foundation. Of course, yes, good sleep, getting proper exercise, and all these things are very important. But I think it comes down to really, you are what you eat and absorb. And especially if you're not used to eating lots of vegetables, right? Juicing the vegetables basically removes some, but not all the fiber. And it allows you to basically uptake or assimilate more of the nutrition easily, in my opinion. And also allows you to basically get in more of the beneficial vegetables. For example, after this video, actually, I will be juicing 4 pounds of leafy greens. And 4 pounds of leafy greens will make like 4 cups of leafy green juice. And that's basically what I'll be juicing next. So I mean, literally I'm getting the nutrition out of 4 pounds of leafy green vegetables in a juice in meat in just simple 4 small cups, all right? And that's really the power. I'm not going to get into that. And here's the thing, everybody wants to juice something different, and that's all right. Because you want to juice something different, there are different juicers for you, and that's really how they kind of play in, right? Certain juicers juice certain items better than others. Of course, certain juicers may get a higher yield or higher nutritional quality, make a high nutritional quality juice than other juicers. Some juicers are more versatile than others and can juice a wide variety of things, whereas some juicers are more equipped and better designed, and the design itself specifically is better for things like wheatgrass and leafy greens. And that's what I'm going to go over in this video so that you guys are clear on the different styles of juicers. I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce these Tribest juicers. Over here on this side we have the Citristar juicer. So Citristar, that's good for the citrus fruits, right? Citristar juicer, this is basically only good for citrus. Whether you got lemons, limes, tangerines, oranges, or even grapefruits, there's different size cones in here, so you can juice them all with an electric reamer style juicer. And so you guys are familiar with this style because it's a common type. This is just a little bit higher quality than you'll find at your local department store. And so as you guys can see, this juicer is only made for citrus, and likewise, all these juicers specialize in juicing certain items, although these are all multi-purpose juicers and can juice more than just one single item, all right? Over here next, we got the Solostar 4. This is called a horizontal single auger juicer, because literally there's one auger in here that spins around, and as it spins around, it basically it chops off the produce and then compresses it into a smaller and smaller space. This has the largest auger of any horizontal machine that I'm aware of, and in addition, what I like about the Solostar 4 is actually more energy efficient than the other horizontal juicers. So this can be important if you want to maybe use your juicer in a car with a power inverter, or use it on the beach with a little portable battery pack generator thing. In addition, it also has the largest screen area of any horizontal vertical juicer I'm aware of at this time as well. So the larger screen, that means there's more spaces or more places that juice could come out as the machine is crushing and squeezing out the juice. So this generally means, and based on the testing that I've done, higher yields than other equivalent juicers. That being said, with every pro, there's always a con, and the con of this screen is that there's more screen area to clean. So if you are into, like, I just want to get the most nutrition, I want to get the most yield, I don't mind the cleaning, then this is definitely the machine for you, especially at the price it is now. It's like the lowest price it's ever been, literally. Now the next thing is that this style machine, like the citrus juicer, only juices citrus. This machine excels at juicing things like wheatgrass, also sprouts and microgreens if you guys are going to do those. If you guys want to juice lots of cannabis, leaf, or even with the small stems, not the big thick stems, this is the machine for you because basically it's hard to clog up one of these horizontal style machines. This also is very effective at juicing celery as well. And then the other thing about this is that it'll also juice leafy greens quite well. Actually, I have a video where I compare the Solostar 4 to the Green Star Elite. I'll put a link down below where I juice greens so you guys can see the specific differences. But basically, if you're just like, John, I want to juice like 80%, even 70% greens, like straight green juice, this is the machine you definitely will not want to pass up, right? Now, if say you said, John, I want to juice 100% pineapples. This is not the machine you want to get. Then you want to move over to this machine. This machine is probably the best one of these machines that handles many different kinds of fruits. This is known as a vertical single auger style juicer, and this is the Slowstar SW2020. So once again, this is the Solostar, and this is the Slowstar. So Tribest makes all these names confusing. It's always something Star, right? John Star. All right. So with this guy really excels at juicing fruits. If you want to juice fruits, like John, I just want to juice oranges with the pith on, without that machine. This machine is your baby. If you want to juice, apples, and when it's selecting apples to juice, very important to get hard and firm apples. This is the baby you want to use. The firmer the apple, the better it's going to juice. If apples get soft or mealy, then it's going to tend to turn into applesauce in these slow juicer machines. The other thing you want to know is that this is a machine great for juicing pineapple as well as berries. Although I will say and be honest with you that I encourage you guys not to juice berries. Berries are so delicious. They're so good to eat by themselves or to blend up, and when you juice berries, you don't get a lot of juice out of them, and berries can be quite expensive. So that's not the best use of berries, in my opinion. Just chewing them up, eating them whole is the best, or better yet, even just vacuum blending them with something like the Tribest Dyna Pro vacuum blender. So this machine, while it is good at fruits, it also juices leafy greens as well as hard vegetables. And so this is basically like if you said, John, I want to juice a little bit of everything. I want to juice carrots, I want to juice apples, I want to juice cucumbers, I want to juice celery, I want to juice some leafy greens in no particular amounts, maybe like even amounts of each. This would be the baby you want to use. Now the other reason why I like the vertical style juicers is because they are generally auto-feeding, provided you cut the produce small enough to go in the feed chute. You could drop a carrot in here, and in general, unless the carrot's too fat of diameter, you put one carrot in there, it basically, as the machine's running, it just, the carrot drops in, and then it gets juice for you so that you don't have to push. Like with this style machine, you have to push each little piece of the carrot to chunk off in the auger one step at a time. So if you're doing high volumes of juice, that's where I really recommend this style as well. Now the other cool thing about the vertical auger juicer is that you get a whole different attachment. It's called a mincing attachment that will allow you to make sorbets as well as nut butters, and I've made things like salsa in there. These other machines also have multi-function capabilities to make sorbets and nut butters as well, although I will say the nut butters don't ever come out like those grocery store ones because they use really high power vertical cutting mixers, which these are not. Of course, when you're making nut butters with any of these machines, roasted nuts always work better than raw nuts because the oil content is higher, and that allows it to stick together. Some juicers like this one that we'll talk about next will basically take raw almonds and turn it into an almond flour. So you got to add some oil or put it back through multiple times to try to get some of that more oil out to get it to stick together. Anyways, back to the Slowstar. This juicer I like because it's also vertical and it takes less space up on the counter. It kind of looks more modern than some of these old-fashioned long style juicers, and this may be important if you have minimal counter space where you're living. And let's go over the warranty. So the warranty on the Solostar 4 is 15 years, longest warranty in the juicing industry. Next, on the Slowstar, it's a full 10 years, which is still very long. I would encourage you guys to actually get a quality juicer that's going to last so that you could buy something once and not have to buy like a cheap, inexpensive, disposable one for 1/3 the price. You may save a little bit of money now, but it may have a short 90-day, 1-year warranty, and then if it breaks, in a year and a half, guess what? You got to spend more money and buy another one. Whereas if you just get a good one from the get-go, and these are all the high-end machines, all these multi-function juicers are made in South Korea, which is where the slow juicing technology originated with the first auger juice, single auger juicers, and then the twin gear juicers, as well as the vertical auger juicers. These are not any kind of knockoffs that are made in China. Okay, so that's this guy. Okay, on to the Greenstar Elite and the Greenstar Pro. We got to talk about both these guys. They're kind of the same, but they're a little bit different. So what I'm saying about the Greenstar Elite also applies to the Pro, and I'll get into the differences on why the Pro, I believe the Pro is better than the Elite. All right. So the Greenstar Elite, this works in a different fashion. How this works is this works with two twin gears. And these gears, as you put the produce into the machine, the gears are spinning around, and literally just like two gears inside of a transmission, you put the produce in and literally it crushes and squeezes out the produce. This has three distinct stages. First stage is basically grinding, and then you have the mixing stage, and then you have the pressing stage. So this would be more like a cold press juicer, although all these I consider cold press juicers because no heat is involved. They're basically just grinding up the produce and then squeezing it out. Unlike with the hydraulic press that literally uses pressure, these ones use a mechanical means, whether that is auger, single auger, or in this case a dual auger. So, here's the thing. With this machine, if you're like, John, I'm going to juice lots of carrots. I'm on the Gerson therapy, I'm going to juice lots of different root vegetables. I'm going to juice lots of celery and, beets and carrots, right? Then this is the baby you want to get. This makes the highest yield with the highest nutrition, right, of the different slow juicers that I'm aware of. This machine, the Greenstar Elite and Pro, will basically out-yield these guys on carrots. Not to say that these don't juice carrots, but I'm the juicing expert, been juicing for over 20 years now. And these guys, while they will juice carrots, they'll leave the pulp a little bit wetter. This machine gets the pulp drier on those, root vegetables. Now, if you want to juice root vegetables with your leafy greens, right? This is called the Greenstar and the Greenstar Pro. The greens juice excellently in these machines as well when juiced with root vegetables. So if you're juicing like, greens and then you put in some carrot or greens and beet or greens and celery, it's going to work beautifully because you have that hard fiber of the root vegetables or the celery to kind of help push through the greens without making it foaming too much. In the comparison I did with the Solostar 4 and the Greenstar Elite, the Greenstar Elite did juice the greens straight because I juiced a bag of just baby kale, I believe. It did juice the green straight, but it made more foam than this guy here. So once again, you want to pick the juicer for the right application. And so this machine, the Greenstar Elite has a full 12-year warranty, which is extremely long, and the Greenstar Pro has a full 15-year warranty. Once again, 15 years is pretty much the longest warranty that I've seen in the juicing industry to date. And Tribest is a company that's been in business for over 30 years, and they're not going anywhere. And I just got a report the other day from one of my customers that had to work with Tribest on an issue, and they have been very helpful to all my customers. And that's the thing, right? I want to stop right now and let you guys know, if you guys appreciate my videos, you see my other videos where I compare different juicers side by side, share with you guys the pros and cons. I put the same amount of produce in there to show you guys which one yielded more. I would encourage you guys to support me. I'm like the small guy. I'm like the local farmer trying to sell this stuff at the farmer's market instead of like the big conglomerate grocery store, right? Trying to make a living here. And, I do these videos because, number one, I got to juice, so I'm juicing in the videos for me that I'm going to get to drink. Plus, I also just love equipment and love machinery. And plus, juicing has made such a big difference in my life, and I'm confident it could make one in yours. And if you make your purchase at discountjuicers.com, that directly supports me so I can continue to make these educational videos. And hopefully you found my videos, worthy and knowledgeable and useful actually to you. And I'd say order from me. And one of the benefits from ordering from me is not only the super lowest Black Friday price that's going on right now until December 2nd, but also we do have a price match policy. That means we'll match any other authorized dealer of the Tribest products that have the item in stock, and we'll match their delivered price. That can include shipping fees and any kind of sales taxes that other places would charge you. All right, so be sure to email me personally. Link is down below for our contact form in the description if you guys want to contact us for a price match. But that being said, most times we're really consistent and competitive with the price. We might be $5 more, but hey, I would encourage you guys just to support me for $5 more, because I think all the information and teaching you guys about juicers, because nobody else does this, what I do, I think that's kind of sad. to let you guys know how these machines work, and more importantly, instructions on how to operate the machines to get the best out of them, right? Nobody does that. Nobody does videos on how to shows you guys how to use this, questions and answers, pros and cons, and things to look out for, and how to use the machine that may not even be involved in the instruction manual. And then of course the final reason to purchase from me, because if you purchase from me, then I am your liaison. I'm on your side. I want to make sure you have a working juicer for the full life of the warranty. And should you have any challenges with getting warranty service from Tribest, you just got to shoot me an email. Make sure we go through the proper channels first. And if that's not getting you resolved, email me to let me know. I have special connections at Tribest to make sure valid warranty claims are always honored and taken care of as swiftly as possible if for some reason they are not taking care of you otherwise. And that's huge. Like if you buy juicers from any other big box store, right, they're not going to just be sitting there and have an inside line to Tribest to make sure you get helped. And that goes with the Tribest machines or any other of the brands that we offer. I have close relationships with all the different companies to make sure they take care of my customers, because in the end, I know juicing is probably one of the most important things that I've done in my life to turn my health around, and I continue to juice regularly. I even take a juicer, actually the Shine juicer that I've shown today, on vacation with me in my luggage, right? So I could juice when I'm traveling, and that's super important to stay on my juice regimen. And I know a lot of you guys out there that have sold juicers too, right? You guys know when you drink the juice, you feel better. You see the differences it's making, whether you're losing weight, whether you're feeling better, whether your blood markers are improving, if you're working with a doctor and going through some health challenges, right? It can and does make a difference. Of course, I will also say, very important aside from juicing is to get rid of the bad stuff in your diet that you're eating. I'm not really going to say much more about that. Anyways, back to this episode. So the Greenstar Pro basically will get the highest nutrition quality out of the produce that I'm aware of, based on studies I've seen provided by the manufacturer. Basically, no other company has really provided any kind of studies. They make claims like, oh, you could store our juice for up to 3 days. And I've always asked companies like, well, where's the documentation? Like on Auger juicers, right? They're like, oh, the other company did the data. And it was Greenstar that did the data on the 72-hour stability study of their juices. So other companies say, oh, ours is a slow juicer. And because they did the research, they said 3 days. We're going to say 3 days too. But there's like no documentation. In addition, I have a really cool video I did using the Twin Gear as well as the Auger juicers. I'll put a link down below if I remember, where I juice celery, which clearly shows the superiority of the Greenstar Pro, in my opinion. It makes a deeper, darker colored juice that to me means way more nutrition in it, as well as it's proven by the studies, the documentation that I've seen. Of course, if you look at certain nutrients, certain nutrients may be higher in this juice than that juice based on the specific nutrient, because some kinds of juicers pull out more of this nutrient or that nutrient. But in general, in my opinion, based on what I'm aware of, this is the machine that's going to get the highest nutrition quality. So if you are really looking for getting a healing, and getting the most nutrition out of whatever you're juicing, as well as the most yield, this is the machine for you. This machine is not the machine you want to get if you want to juice straight pineapple. I was at my friend's house one time and I was juicing, all he has is this machine, and I juiced straight pineapple, and I was like, oh my god, this is so frustrating. It doesn't juice straight pineapple because the pineapple's too soft. So once again, this machine is not optimal for juicing, large volumes of fruits. And I have a video I'll post link down below how you can juice fruits in this. You could get a fruit attachment knob, which puts a little bit different spring tension on the pulp as it comes out, and that's why it gets it so dry, because literally there's this little tensioner in here that does not allow the pulp to come out unless this tensioner is pushed in. And this is like a lot of pressure. It's hard for me to push this spring in, and basically the pulp needs to be dry until the pressure of the pulp is pushed out only after it's been wrung out and dry. So they have a one with a softer spring tension, or you could actually just remove this one altogether, or you could actually just put it in maybe like a halfway or 2 screws, which will kind of simulate, but it's not exactly what the soft fruit attachment will do. Now, even with the soft fruit attachment, even if you buy the soft fruit attachment, this is not going to juice straight pineapple based on my personal testing. To juice pineapple and other fruits optimally in this machine, I encourage you guys to rotate. So put a little pineapple, put a piece of carrot, pineapple, carrot, or if you don't want to put carrot in there, you could put something like jicama, which is a root vegetable. You need to peel that first, and that makes it really nice. That doesn't add a lot of flavor to the pineapple juice you're making, and that'll work beautifully. But once again, I really encourage you guys to do mixed juices. Of course, this machine also, it's going to juice celery, super amazing. And once again, with this machine, you do have to push each stalk through and into the gears. And the challenge with that is, especially if you're older, have arthritis or whatever, if you're pushing a carrot into these gears, it does take some downward force to literally push the carrot into the gears as the gears are grinding it off. Leafy greens, as I show in many videos, and I'll put a link down below to the video I made with the Greenstar Elite and the Greenstar Pro, so you can see my original videos, as well as my original videos on the Slowstar, the Solostar, and the Citristar. I have videos on all these and going into detail. This is kind of just comparing them all for you guys, all right? So yeah, you got to push the carrots in, and I have had customers that say, I can't push the carrots in. And so for that reason, that's why I like this machine, because literally carrots drop in literally without you pushing it, so it's much, much easier. Now, with every pro for a machine, there's also a con. The big con I see for the Greenstar Elite and Greenstar Pro is that it takes me longer to clean. Maybe it takes me 5 minutes to clean. There's lots of different nooks and crannies, cleaning the screen out. It's not that hard to clean, but it is a little bit challenging. I just had a customer that actually bought a Greenstar Pro because he's like, John, I want the highest yield, man. Like, I don't care if it's hard to clean. I'm going to do it because that's important to me. I live in Alaska, and produce is expensive here. So then he bought this guy. He used it for a while, and then he's just like, you know what? I don't like the cleaning. And then he ended up getting a vertical juicer that's a lot easier to clean. So I don't want that to happen to you, and I think I have videos where I actually show the whole cleaning process on one of these guys. I'll put a link down below to that video as well. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Like, this machine will basically juice a wide variety, and when you feed things in, you want to, put a little bit of apple, a little bit of leafy greens, and then like a carrot. Always follow things with a carrot in rotation, and keep rotating until you run out. Don't just use all the spinach, then all the carrots, and all the apples. Not going to really work that well. Also like these machines for like juicing things like turmeric and ginger. And actually, let's talk about that next with the Greenstar Pro. So the Greenstar Pro is the commercial certified version of the Greenstar Elite. It has the NSF or ETL sanitation approval required to use this in, health food stores, or restaurants or cafes, or in a kombucha company. If you guys are making kombucha and you need to add ginger juice or turmeric juice to your flavoring, or even carrot juice or whatever else, this has that certification that you will need. It has 100% stainless steel gears, as well as upgraded motor cooling, and there's about 10 different things that I realize that are different with the Greenstar Pro compared to the Elite. I will go ahead and put a link down below to the video I made where I compare the Greenstar Pro to the Greenstar Elite, because I really can't do that here. It also comes in the cool gray color, which I actually prefer a lot more than the white because it doesn't show the stains as much. Although if you do need a white color, you don't like the gray, the Greenstar Pro also comes in a white color as well. Now, the white color Greenstar Pro does not have the commercial certification, so even though the same thing, it's costing another $5,000 or something for the commercial certification just because it's white. So Tribest did not do that. So if you have a commercial business, then you would definitely want to get the gray Pro, and otherwise you could go with the white one if you're just buying it for your home. Other than that, the operation is the same, and this guy is $200 more normally. I don't know what the difference, I think the difference is about $200 now, even though it's on sale. And is the $200 worth it? So for the $200, I think the main benefits to me anyways are 3 years longer on the warranty. How much do you guys pay for extended warranties when you guys are buying a TV or something? Like, they charge a lot of money for extended warranties. So for the extra $200, you get 3 extra years on the warranty, so from 12 years to 15 years. Plus, the other thing you get is you get 100% all stainless steel gears. Now, that's the most important and valuable thing to me. These gears have basically built-in magnetics and far infrared in the middle that is said to pull out more nutrition and may even structure the juice so you get better absorption from it. I believe those to be a good thing personally. I will have an upcoming video where I actually test EMFs from the juicers, from the motors, also the gears in the juicer, and I highly suspect that the gears are not going to put out any EMFs, because this was a question I got recently from a customer. That being said, 100% stainless steel gear. So these gears on some of the previous Greenstar machines, or Green Light machines, or Green Power machines original, I've seen cracking of the plastic on the gears, and that may be problematic after many years. So with the Elite, that will not happen. Also, if you drop one of these gears, if it lands on the plastic, it may break Whereas with the Elite, if you drop it, it's probably going to drop on your foot and it's going to hurt and it's never going to break the gears because they're all stainless steel. So I really like that a lot. I use the Greenstar Pro normally in my house. I don't use the Greenstar Elite. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully you guys, after watching this episode, learned some of the pros and cons and the differences between the machines, and will now be able to choose and get the right one for you. So I'm going to give you guys some scenarios, right? So say like, John, I got a citrus orchard. All I want to do is juice citrus. Then obviously you're going to want to get the Citristar, right? While all these juicers will juice citrus, you should peel your oranges, grapefruits, and tangerines before juicing. But you could put them in with the white pith, but not the outside coloring. There's indigestible chemicals in the coloring that will give you bad gas and bloating. Although lemons and limes could just be cut up, skin and all. I like to juice only organic citrus. Skin and all, and just put it through the juicer, and it'll basically extract all the nutritious goodness out of the skin, rind, and even the zest out of the outside of those lemons and limes. All right, so that's the citrus. Now, if you want to juice, John, once again, I want to juice mostly leafy greens, man. Wheatgrass, sprouts. I know the power of the leafy greens. I went to the Hippocrates program or the Ann Wigmore. Then you're going to want to get this guy because you guys are going to do lots of greens. This is the machine for you to get greens. The design derives from an original wheatgrass juicer, actually. Of course, this machine will also juice other things along with your greens. You know, cucumbers. Oh, also do celery really well. And fruits and roots with, if you rotate them as you're putting them in. Now, if you said, John, I want to juice everything, man. I don't know what I'm going to juice. I'm juicing for the first time. Actually, I made a video on the Slowstar on why it's one of the best beginner juicers, and I want you guys to watch that video if you've never seen it before. Put a link down below in the description below. This is one of the best juicers, I think, for beginners because it gives you the most flexibility to make the dietary changes that you want to make so you guys can get health improvements, all right? And so, yeah, if you want to juice a little bit of everything, and then you're going to say, John, I want to get the highest nutrition and highest yield on the root vegetables, as well as root vegetables with other different produce items such as leafy greens, even wheatgrass, even things like the fruits, along with your root vegetables. The root vegetables as the base, adding in the greens as well as the fruits. Then the Greenstar Elite or the Greenstar Pro is the way to go. And wait, does that rhyme? And the other thing is you won't mind the cleaning, because I really want to sell you guys a juicer that you want to buy. Like if you're like, John, I hate cleaning. I'm not going to use a juicer if I got to clean them more. Then you should get one like the Slowstar that is easier to clean than the Greenstar Pro and Elite, in my personal opinion. And actually, I would rather clean this guy than this guy. And this guy also fairly easy to clean depending on what you're juicing. If you're juicing something like straight celery, this guy's going to be very easy to clean. If you're juicing something like carrots tend to basically get ground up and get stuck into the little holes of the screen. Then you got to kind of brush it or even scrape it out. The thing I like about the Greenstar Pro and Elite, they come with a special scraping tool that makes it easier and quicker to clean up your screen. In addition, I really like that the Greenstar Pro comes with a glass collection jar, so you don't have to use plastic collection jars. And Tribest is one of the only companies that advertises their machines as BPA free and virtually BPA free, whereas other brands may even put Prop 65 BPA warnings on their boxes. So I really admire Tribest for basically telling it like it is and being honest with the customers instead of scaring people with BPA warning claims, maybe because the lawyers are telling them to do that. And I don't know why the other companies do that, but that's just what I think, and I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm not going to spread any kind of hearsay. All right, so that's pretty much it. Once again, these machines are on sale until December 2nd at the lowest price ever. Now is the time to get your Tribest machine. Discountjuicers.com/special.html. I'll put a link down below so you guys can look up and get all those special prices. And even if you find this video after the special is over, there'll be some special coupons on that page so you guys can save some additional money on your Tribest purchase. All right. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, I would encourage you guys to give me a thumbs up. Also share this video with somebody else who are looking for a juicer and wondering what Tribest juicer or what style juicer they could get. This video can be enormous help to them to basically rattle down and find out which one they want based on your particular needs. Everybody says, John, what's the best juicer? And I'm like, well, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to juice? What percentages of different produce are you going to juice? What are some features you want in the juicer? What are some features you don't want in the juicer? If you send me all that in an email, I put it through and run it through my supercomputer, which is my brain, and I'll know like, oh, that juice is better in this than this and this, and I'll spit out the honest answer that I think is going to be the best, and I do pretty good. If somebody tells me exactly what they want, I do a pretty good job at basically recommending the machine, because you know what? Juicing has changed my life, and I want you guys to get the right juicer, and that's why I've taken the time, you know, to make over 500 videos on this channel comparing, contrasting, and showing all the different juicers for you. So support me if you guys are going to buy a juicer as well. Link is down below, specials page, and to each one of these products on our discountjuicers.com website. So your support is appreciated, and I thank you guys in advance who will support me, and I want to thank you guys who have supported me in the past. In addition, make sure you click that subscribe button right down below. I have videos coming out about every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll share up what new products, what new video, what new education on juicing or other appliances that allow you to eat more fruits and vegetables I'll be talking about, so that you guys could get healthier and I could show you some of these really cool machines that I love to play with. Make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as my videos come out. Finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge, over 500 episodes at this time on this YouTube channel, dedicated to sharing and contrasting all the different juicers and other appliances that allow you to eat more fruits and vegetables, including dehydrators, as well as my favorite vacuum blenders now that are now getting on the scene, but people do not know really what they are, and I think that's actually quite sad. With that, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors.